Hello everybody, and welcome to the first ever Physios tutorial. Today we're going to be covering circles. These techniques require that gravity is disabled, so go ahead and do that. Create two anchor particles out of wall, and then a central pivot particle out of rigid, and a template particle. The template particle is going to determine our final radius. Cut and then paste that in place, so we're going to need it again later. And then use the link tool to join the pivot particle to the anchor particles like that. Use the spew it tool to select the material of the anchor particle, which contains the link material, and then join it to the other rigid particle. Now that that is one group, create a module for it using this formula. The pi divided by A times B formula determines the density of the outside ring. So for example, smaller numbers will create less dense rings and higher numbers will create more dense rings. That's probably a good amount there. Now use the replace tool to start joining them. If you are satisfied with the final density, you may need to pause and unpause in order to prevent the particles from going flying. And really just keep doing that until it's done. There, nice. This technique is suitable for small circles, but as you can see, it takes a large number of steps to produce anything. So there is another technique for larger circles that we'll go over as well. So start in a similar manner to before with your anchor and template particles. Except this time we're going to use a slightly different formula in order to create the outside ring. Don't forget to cut and paste the particle. Then create the formula and find a suitable outside density. Except this time we're only going to produce a small section of the radius. Now, our formula has 100, so we know we can use multiples of 10 to fill that back up again. So we're just going to create 10 for the outside radius for now. So after we've created the first segment, use the pause first, use the bucket tool to remove that segment, and then cut that, paste it back into place as well, and then undo all of those moves until the part is joined back. At this point, select the component and then change the B component of the formula until the new segment fits nicely with the old segment. Now the outside surface can be constructed 10 pieces at a time. The extreme vibration is caused by the unbalanced load. Whenever you add a component, it causes it to jump around. An easy solution is to put some dampening particles around it. They cannot be touching in any way, or else they will knock the center out of position. And there we go. Very quick and roughly made circle. And I'm going to show one more variation on that previous technique. So again, start with the central pivot particle and your template particle. Anchor the pivot particle. Spew it tool to select the material. Cut, and then paste the template particle. Join the template and pivot particle. And then create a formula with a suitable density for the radius. Except this time in the B field, we're going to move the particle to a different angle, and then paste them in this manner, producing a sparse ring. After the sparse ring has been produced, use the delete element to remove just the central anchor particle. Cut and paste the outside ring, and then undo all moves until the central pivot particle is connected again. At this point, change the formula so that the sparse ring is offset by just 1 unit. And then the new ring can be pasted beside that one. Reconstructing the outside in a multiplicative manner. This technique produces a finer outside surface and usually doesn't require dampening. And there you have it, basic circles.